The table. All right. These screens, man. These portable screens for PC mods and console mods. Get a lot of feedback on them about how they can't wait for these things to come out. So first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company's Black Series Edition LLC. Yeah, so we basically experimenting. Oops, sorry about that. Basically experimenting. Get that out of there real quick. I'm not even supposed to go on there. Basically experimenting. I'm looking at some stuff we're working on for a new PC case. It's going to be the one I got under the desk that definitely needs to be put into a case. And we got this new screen now we can put inside the computer that allows us to have a projection screen inside the computer, like a hologram screen. You know, there's a couple things I'm going to change out about the surface of this new hologram screen. A different way I want to do it. And there's a different way how the projector has to be positioned so it pulls up. So you need a certain case to do this. So we've been getting good feedback from the new technology. I'm gonna go back to the beginning because it's a different case I'm looking up now. So it works better if you have a case much like this where you have glass in the front. It works much better than that for this right here. I think a motherboard would fit. Nice in the case I was looking at. See, a case more like this would be better for it because the screen would technically have to be here in the front because the projector needs a bit of a distance. They don't make ultra short throw mini projectors. So it had to fit right here in the front. This is where it had to be at. If you're doing the LED little monitors that they put in, you have to have a particular case for that. But this screen's going to be a little different. We're going to do something with the surface. I ordered the surface already to give it a bit of a hologram effect. And then the new formula that's going on top of it is a new hologram technology we're going to add to it. Because I got 4 cases I'm building, 4 PCs that I'm building, and I need for these things to look absolutely insane, especially for myself. I want them. So we got some people I got some hardcore gamers. They're going to be picking up the kits, and they're going to be setting them up on the units and showing them off. You know, it's interesting. One of my customers a few minutes ago, he's a hardcore PC gamer. He gave up console when the Dreamcast came out. That's when he quit console and got these PCs. So same discussion I'm having there with him about how console gamers. Not saying all of them. I would never say all of them. Not all of them, because some of them do both. They do PC and console. Some don't do PC at all. They do console only. Some PC players only do. PC only. They don't touch consoles at all, period. Not at all, period. There's the 2 types of elitists. 2 types of elitists are basically those who don't touch any form of console, and the other ones who have powerful systems. And we already had a conversation about that. I was telling about the board I was getting with the dual i7s on it, and 256 gigs of RAM, which, you know, for a PC gamer, it's like, you know, it's all, you're never going to use any of that ever, period. You're not really going to use that much. Not anything even close to that. It's for bragging purposes. That's what it's for. And we actually sat there and laughed about it because he said, yeah. I said, strictly for bragging. He said, yeah, I know what you're talking about. He said, because when I got the 3090, I bragged on mine when I got my system put in. 3090 was like overkill at one point. So, yeah. So right now he's waiting for the 5090 to come out, and I'm right now going to just partner up with the 60 no sorry the 4060 or 4070. Until later on I'll probably pick up a 5090, but can't, for my case and how it has to be constructed, I can't get a normal case. There's no cases on the house. The equipment I need to put in there, you can't find one. So you get to build those. So we're getting a case for Icebox. Icebox. I already got the motherboard sitting there waiting. I'm probably just going to pick up, I got thermal paste and everything I need. I'm probably going to pick up the case, and I'm going to pick up the liquid cooling system today. And two other things that need to be replaced on it is, of course, the RAM, because this board here, the Dell, has 4 DIMM slots, which allow me to put, it has 4 gigabytes for each DIMM slot, which making it 16. No, not 6, sorry, making it 8. No, it's 16, sorry. 8 and 8, 16. Making it 16. But these new boards don't have 4, they have 2. So that means the only thing I'm having is 8 for the time being until I get the RAM for that and everything for that, which I'm gonna need 8 and another 8 to get that, to do 16 in that one. And power supply, definitely gonna need a new power supply. 500 watt power supply, nothing, because these are low-key gaming PCs I'm building right here. They're like basically for retro games, stuff like that. I may swap out, I'm thinking about it, like an i7, but I really don't need the i5. It's actually sufficient enough for what I'm gaming on these things. So I'm not doing any hardcore games with it. Now the i9 on the i7, I'm not doing i9. And yeah, we had the conversation about that, and I actually went to several different sites, and they all said the same thing. If I had got the i9, I would have overkilled it. It's not technically designed. It's designed for gaming, but more like for streaming and all that stuff. More like multi applications. That's what it's for. I would have been just fine with an i7. So, but if I'm gonna do an i7, I'm doing the dual. That's what I want. Because I just saw somebody on here that has it set up. So this is the motherboard I'm looking at getting right here, and I come out much cheaper with this one, because the other board with the i9 was going to cost me close to around $500, but this is going to cost me $190 for the board, and with the i7s, close to about, I found a good deal I can get them for. Instead of $160, it would cost me like $105, which ain't a bad deal. So close to about $400 it would cost me to do the whole setup for the board and for the processors. The RAM is going to be expensive because I do want to max out 256, but I think I'll put in 128 for right now. Then later on I'll put the other half in and be done, because the RAM is going to be expensive for this thing. This system has 2 gigalads on it. I mean, you can host games. It's a server board. Technically, that's what it is. You can do pretty much anything you want on this baby. It's freaking insane what it has. It has 4 PCIs times 16 slots in it. It has 2 M2 SS for the memory card sticks. Usually you only get like 2 of them. This thing has 2 in it, but I can get an adapter to run another 4. But again, these things sticks are expensive, so I'm really going to go down there with all of that. I am going to require for this, because it has 2 CPUs, it's going to need 2 separate liquid cooling systems to run in here. I was watching the guy say, yeah, he told me that, yeah, make sure you get 2 liquid cooling systems, because you're definitely going to need this. We're going to do the 420s. The 420s are the big ones. So the ones you can do 140 millimeter fans. I always wanted one of them. I'm going to get 2 of them from each side. And the what do you call it? The video card is going to have its own separate dedicated liquid cooling system. Now removing the fans off that thing. All together, putting a copper block on that sucker, freeze it. Because again, I don't want to run the rest of my stuff overheating and having issues with it, especially if I'm doing hardcore gaming. These i7s are going to be all overclocked, so they're going to be running at top max. So yeah, I'm going to overclock my system. The motherboard has so much, it's so much information. This motherboard is a beast. I mean, absolute beast on what this thing can do. So right now, it considers a PCI Express 3.0 to be standard for this board. It literally goes higher than this. It's insane. I'm still reading through this thing. This is going to be the ultimate motherboard. for my setup. So, oh jeebus, man, it's got a one button overclock. I had a motherboard that could do it. You can tap it and it's like overclocked automatically. Freaking insane. It's digital. This board is actually digital. There's diagnostic. Gave me readouts that came out on the motherboard. Basically, the temperature and all that. Yeah, this thing is monster, man. I can't wait to get my hands on it. This is going to be my main gaming system right here. I want something that's going to run everything I need to run, and it's going to be future proof. That's why I said by future proof, you can go get out you can get an RX 580. They're 7-year-old cars. They'll still run today perfect with no problem. That's 7 years ago. Consider how many console systems will be made in the next 7 years. So am I going to basically modify the PS Pro? Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's a console system at the end of the day. Besides, from the specifications I've seen in that thing now, that's worthy of me basically playing around and basically open it up and put liquid cooling system in and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely. But it's not going to be in that case. There's no way in the world I'm spending $700 for that unit. Altogether, what it's going to cost me to upgrade the PlayStation system, it's going to cost me around $1,300 to do it. Literally $1,300 to do it. No. Yeah, I just want to think about that. But like I said, I like the system. I like the upgrades they did to it. And we literally had that conversation. I had that conversation so many times. Not only with console, but PC gamers too. Y'all literally got a brand new system in the mid of your gen system. So it's kind of jacked up. And for those of you that don't want to admit it, but it's true, you've got a brand new system. Usually you get a brand new system, like, when they launched the new one. I've never seen a console system do this, ever. Launch a brand new system in the middle of the next gen, pre-gen of the system itself. So it's kind of like I said, usually if you are getting another system, it's a slim, but it doesn't have by much. If you look at the slim and you look at the PS5, it's not a complete different system at all, period. It just has a bigger hard drive on it. That's pretty much it. That's all it has, and it's slimmer, it's tinier. That's all you got. But the PS Pro, it's a whole new system. That system is so new. It has a different controller for it. The games play different for it. Everything. Now people get mad at me, and they get bitter with me because I said that, but it's true. I'm not sitting there lying. The system is better than the standard. So that means if you went out and you bought the standard system, you have basically not a next gen system. That would be the next gen system. Technically, if they had the power to build that system in the first place, that's what you should have got. But as I told you before, if you want the big boy parts, you gotta spend the money. Can't be sitting there telling me I want a system at $500. I want a system at $400. You can't get that. You gotta spend the money. And parts are expensive. So at the end of the day, they gotta make their money back. That's why if you look at the new system, it's $700. When the other system, when it came out, was between $400 and $500. The reason why it was so much money because people couldn't get them. They were price gouging them left and right. But technically, that system was marketed for $400 for the non-disc, and for the disc, $500. And now the new one that came out is $700. Now if that's $700, right? What's the next one going to cost you if it's more powerful than that one? You're going to hit $1,000 soon. And if you hit the $1,000, matter of fact, you're in PC territory at $800. You're in PC territory. So, yeah, roughly, you are. You're in PC territory. Which means, this is what I mean at the end of the day, when console gamers get mad at me in the day. Explain to you this, the power of a PC versus console. We can go where we want. I can open up my case and I can go to my power supply. I can take this out, I can take that, I can replace this, that, back and forth, and they can't touch me because it's my machine at the end of the day. I can do whatever I want with that machine. I can paint it, color it, coat it, whatever I want. It's mine. But the thing I don't like about console is that machine over there, if I go into a certain area that they allow me to go into, I can play in there. But the rest of it, no, because I've voided my warranty altogether, even though I paid for it. And I pay them a subscription fee to be able to play this machine on their server. And I pay for their games. I pay for their controllers. I pay for their DLCs. See what I'm getting at here? So it's kind of like the equivalent of owning a house, as I said before, but you only have access to 2 rooms. You don't have access to the rest of them. You can't go there. That's what it feels like for console. So consider the fact that the console is getting more and more like PC. When you get to a part where you're paying $1,000 for a console system, which ain't how far off, because like I said, this system's 800. I'm sorry, 700. Are you still going to be controlled like you're on a console system? Spend $1,000 for a new PS6 that comes out, or $900. No way in the world they're going to be able to think about it. The new system's $700. Let's be frank here. There's no way in the world that they're going to build a system better than that system. If they do, it's going to cost you more than $700. You're going to be roughly $800-900, maybe tipping $1,000 in there. And if you're spending $1,000 for a console system like the Neo Geo at the end of the day, then you should be able to treat it like a PC. You know why the Neo Geo was $1,000, people? And I told you why. Because of the arcade era. The arcade era, that's why. The Neo Geo had an actual arcade board in the console system. That's why that thing was the size of a large size piece box. And since a lot of people were at the arcade, not like today you'll see people at the arcade like they were back then, a lot of people spent a lot of time at the arcade. And to have the arcade experience in your home was everything. So that's what the Neo Geo offered. The Neo Geo was like, look, I'm not like your Genesis and NES where you got 16 bits on here and you got to sacrifice this and sacrifice that to put the whole game on it. I can freaking do 400, 600, 800 bits on my system. I can put that and more. And on top of that, I can give you a memory card. We can go into the arcade, download your game, save it, take it back and play it at home, and vice versa. See, that's why their system was so expensive and people paid the money. But console system, on the other hand, they want you to, pretty soon, you're going to spend $1,000 for a system. And only going to spend $1,000 for a system, you're still going to be paying for online subscription. Which you shouldn't. Now, for that kind of price, imagine you're going to have full PC parts in your machine. Because you're going to have bigger power supplies to run more powerful equipment. So when you get to the point where you evolve into a PC, you're still going to be treated like a console. That's like being an adult and being treated like a little kid. That's what I'm trying to give you the wake-up call on this nonsense at the end of the day. It's nonsense because at one point, consoles used to be cheaper than PCs. Guys cost just as much as we do now. Your standards cost just as much as we do. So that's what I said. At one point, consoles were much cheaper, more convenient, you know what I mean? You didn't have to worry about paying for expensive parts, and PCs were ranked on because, you know, our machines cost a lot of money, and we had to pay for all this money for parts, and it's very expensive to upkeep these things. You guys are in the same boat now. You're literally in the same boat. So consider the fact that if the system, it's not even a new system, it's a PS5, it's $700. What do you think the next gen gonna cost you? Probably $800-900, easy. And if it was $800-900, you have paid literally, you've already paid for a PC already. You just can't mess with the parts. The only thing you mess with is your hard drive. That's it. Only thing they give you, and you got a limit on that. You should be going much higher than that, but you got a limit on there. And if you do 8 terabytes on you max it out, you definitely hit PC territory because that 8 gig M2 is between $900 to $1,000 for one of those things. You'd be lucky if you get one for $800. So if you got one for $1,000 and you paid $700 for your system, you have a $1,700 system you just purchased. If you go out and you upgrade the 2 terabytes that they stuck on it, and you go get yourself a 4 terabyte card, and you get $350. So $350 at 700, that's about $1,050. You bought a PC, literally. So I mean, for some people saying, well, you know, I love console. I understand you love console at the end of the day, but you have to get to a point that you have to understand that you guys are going to be spending the same thing that people pay for PCs, but the only difference is you can't take out your parts. You're paying for online subscription at the end of the day. You just got a lot of rules and restrictions you can't do on something you paid that much money for. That's like you buying a TV and somebody saying, all right, I bought a TV. You can only use 4 channels on it. And even though it has the capability to do millions of channels, you can only do 4 channels on it. You got rich, you bought yourself a Lamborghini, you're going to do 60 miles on it. That's it. That's all you're entitled to is 60 miles. 60 miles per hour, that's all you get in your speed limit. And that thing does what, 150, 175, 180? You can't do any of that. But you're still expected to make them payments. That's what you don't see. That's what I had a conversation with a bunch of PC gamers and console gamers that see the same thing that I see. The only people that don't see the same thing I see are fanboys. Fanboys can't see it. Pressure is about to be on November the 7th. You know why? Because it's going to start a bragging frenzy. You don't have the same systems anymore. The PS5 and the Pro are two different systems. You're going to have a bragging frenzy within basically your fanboy base because people are going to be there talking trash about people who don't have the Pro system. Because your system now is considered to be, well, it's standard. Yep. And since the Xbox has no plan on making a new system, they're probably waiting because they think it's a waste of time. Concentrate on the other system and then wait till the new system comes out because they're building something better. Man, I tell you, I'm glad I don't do console no more. I'm going to buy the system, yeah, I'm going to modify it, that's it. Am I going to game on that thing? No, not really, to tell you the truth, honestly. I'm just modifying it, something to show you we're going to do something. I'll probably get one game for it, that's it. Honestly, I'm not trying to be rude here, but, I mean, even at the 4070 RTX, the video card is far more powerful than a PS5 Pro. So if I'm going to do GTA 6, I'm doing it on that. Well, no. I'm not going to say at the end of the day, your system is not worth it. Your system is worth it. Your system is extremely powerful. You got a nice console, a nice one. One that you should have got in the first place. But they got you guys good. This is what consoles do. They come out with this one system, they come out with a slim version, then they come out with this version, and that version, and that version. And that's, you got 8 or 9 different versions of that one console. When I was coming up, it was one console. One console, maybe they had a couple attachments to it, that was it, but just that console only. So most of the people I met, they're console gamers, they're PC now. They just went out and bought a PC. They can't build, they go buy. I'm tired of it. Oh, it doesn't have them. Well, you wouldn't need them anyway. You got a graphic card in there. Who uses display ports on a motherboard? I don't use them. I never use them. Here's all graphic cards. It has no display ports on it, which means you get no. I don't even use them. I got HDMI ports on the unit. I was like, what are we using that for? We don't use the VGA for them, so you have to go use video cards. I wouldn't need it anyway. All right, yeah. I'm just saying, they bring out a new system. Oh, look at the AMD, real nice. They bring out a new system. The PS6 comes out. I guarantee that thing's it's gonna cost more than the PS Pro. I guarantee you. You already seen already. How are they gonna afford it? They can't make it cheaper. They tried that already. That's what they came up with the PlayStation system. PlayStation 5 came out. The new system that came out, he said the jump in price that thing is $700. Mind, once you pay taxes on, roughly you're going to be around maybe about $750, $760 or somewhere around that price, maybe depending on where you're at in your neck of the woods. Yeah. The kids are already going to be barking. If you got kids, they're already going to be barking from the door. Mommy, I need the new Pro. I need the Pro. I need the Pro. What you gonna call got the Pro? These games are far better. when you go to GameStop or other place, you're going to go buy it at Best Buy or whatever, and you're going to ask the magic question of the day, what's the difference between that system and mine? How much of a difference? You're going to be surprised when they show. If you haven't read the specifications on that thing, they're going to come back and say, everything. The graphics on that thing are far better than the PS5. Fact that they have an upgrade on all games that has an option to click on that send you to another level to optimize the GPU that you have on your PS5. It is far more advanced than what you have right now. I'm so glad I didn't buy it when it came out. I got people ranked on me and telling me, oh yeah, you buy the PS4, you got the PS5? There you go. No, I don't have it. Thank goodness. I'm going to go buy the Pro system when it comes out. I'll get that when it comes out. And so, when it came out, I'm just doing it to dress it up. Yeah, but people say, I got a PS4. Your system's technically, your system's like slightly obsolete. Slightly obsolete, it is. The jacked part about it is, if it does happen, hopefully it doesn't, that they're going to start designing the more better half of games. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that crap. That can definitely happen. So, you know, for the PS4, there's certain games the PS4 can't play that the PS5 can play, right? Well, that system, with that powerful system it has in it, they'll design games for that. Those games will not be compatible with the PS5. The fact that they have to literally go in and put in a special little option so you can basically optimize to get the full potential of your GPU that basically the PS5 can't even see because the other system is more powerful. Who's to say that they start putting some heavier titles on that system alone by itself that your PS5 can't support and can't play? They did it with the 32X. If you saw the 32X system, in order to have a 32X, which is kind of jacked up, you had to have a Genesis because they had to plug it in the top. And 32X games were better than the actual Genesis games, where it showed 16-bit, 32X was 32-bit. So, you know what I mean? Yep. Now, if this frustrates you, don't get mad at the messenger at the end of the day. It's the corporation that did you dirty. I don't make PlayStation systems at all, period. And they did it to you. Yep. And nickel and dimed you. That's what they do. That's why I got out of console. I got tired of it. I got tired of the nickel and diming. I got tired of it. And for those people who sit there and say, oh, but you're not a console player at the end of the day. I was playing console probably before you were born. I played games. I made so many different versions of console games. It's not even funny. I got handheld games with a ColecoVision. With the little dots on them. I played Simon, Merlin, all them games at the end of the day. All that stuff. I was in that era when all that stuff came out. I even had the Game Boy. The Game Boy, the Virtual Boy, I had all those things. Virtual Boy was a bust. I mean, that's the most crappiest system ever. Talk about misleading and lying at the end of the day. It's the reason why they needed to sue companies for lying at the end of the day. It was jacked up. Have you been down that road with the Virtual Boy before? Oh, man. If you saw the commercials for the Virtual Boy, all over in color. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous color. And you thought at the end of the day you were going to get this like standalone VR glasses that would connect to your face with a little tripod stand. And you're going to be immersed into this colorful visual world of beautiful, vivid, brilliant colors. No. And you got home and hooked that thing up and stuck it to your face. Everything was in black and red. It was like you were looking at through the eyes of a Terminator. Like you were seeing everything in black and red. Horrible headaches off that thing. It was trash. I was lying from the door. A Virtual Boy. N64. Had that already. Been there, done that. I actually sat in line for one of those. What was the other weird system that I had out? Oh yeah. Panasonic CDI. That was an interesting one. No, Philips CDI, and then Panasonic came with the 3DO, then the 3DO Gold. It came out. And the reason why those systems were cool, because they can actually play real video. So it was kind of a game you can play. You had video cinema that would play up like you have now in the systems now today. They had that back then. That was a big hit too. There was a game called Night Traps. It was banned because it showed nudity on it. Some of the scenes were nudity and they banned the game. And yet Sue Shark, that was a big popular game. Sega CD that came out. That was for Sonic the Hedgehog. Was amazing on that game. Oh, it was amazing. The sound on it was actually so crisp. It was beautiful. Especially when you're underwater and you're waiting for Egghead to come down to attack and goes, oh, it's eerie laugh underwater. It was freaking amazing. Yep. GameCube, people laughed about that and said it looked like a purse because I had a handle on the back of it for easy carrying. Yep, all that crazy stuff. Been there, done it already. Been through all the light guns, the whole era of light guns, House of the Dead, Time Crisis, Solid Scope. Been there, done it already. I think console was more console back then. It was. Console was actually, that was console gaming back then. Now today, this is not console. This is a mixture of PC and console. It's not real console. Console was basically go on and play. With apps, online access. You had a bunch of friends come over, do it on a split screen, and get it in. Now you don't even have 4 ports anymore. You get 2. That means you get 4 ports. 4 ports on your console system. So you and your brothers all get together and beat the crap out of each other and wrestle them. And then 64, which I freaking love to play. Nah, console got too high tech. Now, it's steering into PC. Some lady, that thing's going to cost as much as a Neo Geo. $800 for that system. So who's to say that when they build the PS5 Pro, and after they build that system, they come up with a luxe version of it, like a deluxe version of it. Now, that's the part that scares me now about console even more. Is that usually if you got an upgrade on it, hard drive, you got a bigger hard drive, so maybe some skin, different color on it, different color controllers, got a limited edition. That was it. Who's to say they're going to come out with a system next? It's going to be more powerful than the PS5 Pro before the PS6 launches. I already thought the Elite system was a whole new system when I first got it for the Xbox 360, but no. 120 gig hard drive, and it was black. That was it. Same amount of RAM, same CPU, same GPU, everything. Except the CPU was supposed to be changed some Jasper chip or something, but it's still burnt out. So, for console gamers at the end of the day, who think at the end of the day, oh, he's just hating on us, because he doesn't even like it. Yeah, right. I got console systems in my collection. You don't even know how to play at the end of the day because I've had them. It's just basically when I was coming up, one console system. That was it. And then it came up with some attachments that came to it, but still you played with one console system. And then after the timeline of that console system dropped, then the new console system came out. And then you played that all the way through, and then the next one came out. Not no freaking slim version console system, and now we got a slim version, and then we got this and that. And Xbox, you're guilty as I don't know what to do with this nonsense. You were definitely guilty. That 360 fiasco was freaking nuts. How many versions of a 360 did you actually make? Literally, with so many versions of it, it's not even funny. There was so many versions of the 360. So many versions, and all of them burnt out. Every single one of them. I never had one that actually did red ring. They all burnt out. And then you come with the Scorpion. What was that Scorpion when they came out with? And then they came out with another one besides that one. It was a slim version. Like, Chris, really? When I got the Xbox when it first came out, that was it. There was no slim version of that. It was Xbox. That was it. Xbox. That was it. And if you want to play DVDs on it, you got a little tiny little remote, like a little tiny sensor that you plugged into it, and allows you to play DVDs with this big remote control. I still have mine. I still have my DVD player unit for the Xbox. They got greedy. They got real greedy. How many versions of Xbox are there? How many of these units do they make? And he has the one called a Scorpion. That was another one. There were like so many versions of it. Yeah, this one like had a speaker in the side of it. The 360s have multiple versions of them. Oh yeah, the S. That's what it was. The S. Well, one thing I did an improvement. They made the S controller. Okay, if you played the first 360 and you had the first Xbox, there's in the controller in the first Xbox when they first came out. I got one. An Xbox controller was just friggin' big. It really felt like you were playing with a loaf of bread with buttons on it. How close is console coming to PC? No, not Costco. Console. Jeez. How close is console coming to PC? So you're getting very close. You're pretty much, I can say you're there. You're already there. You're already there. Parts you have in your machine are literally a PC parts. That's what you have. You just don't have it where you can basically pull out the entire car that you have. You have a chip in there. That's what you have. A lot like us, we can just pull stuff out and pull stuff here. They can't have you doing that stuff at the end of the day. If you notice, the only thing they gave you access to yank out of that thing is basically your hard drives. You can yank them out. But you're not going to give you access. You can actually start pulling things out. If that was the case, man, I would mod the daylights out of that freaking PS5 Pro. You mean to tell me I get access to pull the RAM out of there? Oh yeah, I'll be definitely upgrading this and upgrading that. Make them compatible with PC ports. You know, people would mod those things out. If you did it so, like I said, if you did it so that basically they made their systems, you had access to everything. What's the point of bringing out a new console? You can update it with PC parts. That's why you don't have DIMM slots in there. Everything's chipset in there. You can go in there and pull this out and pull that out. They made it so you can't tamper with it. But imagine if they made it like a motherboard. You can actually pull things out. There'd be no point in bringing out another system because the customer himself can just update it himself. You just go in there and just put parts in it. Go see exactly what specifications needed for this one. Put that in there and snap that in there. You won't need another new system. You can make it yourself. They don't want you to have that kind of control. No way in the world. They won't make any money. What they want to do is they want to make it so that every time they bring a system out, you only get access to a little bit of it. That's it. They control the rest of it. And in that way, you can't go in and update or upgrade anything. None of the hardware. You would have to wait till the system dies out or whatever they bring up along the way in order to get the upgrade. You have to pay for a whole new system to do it. For us, at the end of the day, if something goes outdated in our system, like the graphic card, we just yank it out, put another one back in, and just update it. That's all we do. Do you see what's happening here? That's literally the conversation we had in the room. Your system has an amount of time that when it actually dies out. Well, PCs can be upgraded to be future-proof. Consoles are not upgraded to be future-proof. They're upgraded to a certain degree to die out, so that way a new system can come out and you can continue to pay this. And if they don't make it backwards compatible, that means that your entire library can't be played on the new system. That means you've wasted all that money to keep it on this system when you can't play it on that system. Where PC, we can play this, that, this, this. Don't make a difference forever. Yeah, you get the big picture now? That's what I saw when I was doing console. That's the picture that I saw. I had a conversation with somebody and we're talking back and forth. I built, but majority of the time, I was 80% console and 20% PC. Now I'm 90%. Well, actually, literally, seriously, 99% now. I don't even touch the PS4 anymore since I got these in here. So, yeah, I'm 99% PC and 1% console. Yeah. So people sit there and saying, well, console system's still good. Again, I just sat there and said at the end of the day, your system is designed to die out. So you can basically keep buying them. If they gave you the ability to take that thing apart like PC and you could put PC parts in it, why would you need to go make a new console? You can upgrade your system at will. Unless they nickel and dime you like this, they bring out the next system in PS6. Say it gives you the ability to go in and change stuff at will. Say they make it that you can only change out stuff using their parts. You got to keep you there somehow. For those who are saying, oh, that ain't possible, Xbox did it. The Xbox system when it first came with Halo had weird freaking peripherals, and you plug it in, it only went to their boxes only. It didn't get to anyone else's at all, period. They weren't USBs. They were different. They made it that way so you couldn't use third-party controllers on their system. You can only buy theirs. They didn't want their controllers being used on PC, none of that. So now the new ones now got USB. I can plug that right into my gaming system and I'll pick it up. My PC will pick it up just like that. I'm telling you, the history for console is not good. You just got a big wake-up call. When the PS5 launch, the Pro, you got a big wake-up call right there. Like I said, in the history of gaming, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a console system rebuild an entire console system right in the middle of the gen of the new other system. Never seen that before, ever. I'm glad in history. I've been here to get one. That's why I'm buying one. I'm getting that system for one purpose only. It's the first time I've ever seen one do it. Never seen any consoles out of all the ones I've owned. I've never seen one come up with a completely brand new system. That's why I'm getting it. It's a collector's for me. Might get two of them. I think I'm gonna get two of them. Get one, keep it sealed in a box, and the other one take apart. I'm probably gonna get two of them. Because that's history right there. That's history right there. That machine right there is history. If you haven't been playing console far back, as some people, because I know some people in this room have played back way back then, you know what I'm talking about. That's a little piece of history right there. I'm gonna give me two of them. The difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro is staggering. How much of it is a massive difference. It says that the PS5 Pro version has significantly more powerful GPU. It's far more advanced than that system. Frankly, a virtual PC. And a really good one, too. So you know how wicked this graphic card they put in PS5. That's what a PS5. And this right here is the PS5 Pro. Did you ever see the specifications they put on the graphic card in that thing? The graphic card in that thing is unfreaking believable. It's very powerful. See the difference here? See the difference there? Massive difference. Massive difference. You're gonna see a lot of people doing side-by-side benchmarks on that thing, like gee whiz Louise. Excuse me. Now, for the people who have the PS5 Pro, which I'm getting one myself, who have one, and of course you're going to get a little power in your head, because why wouldn't you? I wouldn't see why you wouldn't have power, because you're going to feel like you reign supreme over everything. You're going to be more powerful than the Xbox fanboys, so definitely yes. Let me tell you right in the door. Let me explain to you Xbox fanboys. I'm an Xbox fanboy myself. Big fan of Xbox, I am. But let's be frank here. PS5 Pro will crush your system with no mercy whatsoever. That thing is way beyond your system, it really is. As for anyone who has the PS5, it'll crush your system too. I know I'm going to bump into you guys in the room, because they have cross-platform. I'm going to come in with my system, my PC. Just so you know, no. You're not dealing with my machine at the end of the day. So, my machine will be more powerful than yours. What is your RAM capability? You have 20 gigabytes. Oh, 20 gigabytes, oh my. What do you have? 256 gigabytes of RAM. What the freak? Who needs all that? I do. Sorry for bragging rights. I'm never going to use none of that. What do I use that for? But I want it anyway, just for that sake of having it. Cooling system. It's going to have four 420s on it. There's going to be 3 power supply units on it. Because I want the power supply to be dedicated. I don't think they have enough power. Do you have any idea how much power it takes to run 2 i7s? To run that board, it takes a 500 watt power supply to run the board alone. The motherboard alone requires 500 watts. Ultimate power. I gotta build me a Dark Vader PC. I'm a big fan of Dark Vader. I love Dark Vader. True power. True power. And then when I show my PS5 Pro modification, I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah. And then we did the PS5 Pro. The PS5 Pro, the fact that they got parts in there, let me tell you something about that machine. The fact they got them beautiful parts sitting in that machine, it is unworthy to be sitting in a console case. It is. It's going to stick it in the PC case where it belongs. Unworthy. Doesn't need to be. Within a case is unworthy. The house of PS5. Unworthy. So I should put it in its rightful case. I should put a liquid cooling system that's deserving of that system. And we will not call it console, because it is not console. It's PC. You ever watch Warhammer, where the guy comes out of prison and they start putting the armor on him and everything? That's how we're going to treat the PS5 Pro when it gets here. When we hook it up. This is your new armor. This is your new housing. This will make you worthy. Multiple fans to pick up. I think I might put a 420 on it too. I might stick a 420. It's worthy of a 420. It's worthy of it. Yeah. Take that boot drive off and stick it into a case. We got a case I got. My buddy's going to 3D print it like a regular case for your power supply. The boot drive slides in there. It has a cooling fan on the top and the bottom, even built-in temperature control. Keep it nice and cool while it sits in that box with a separate ribbon system that connects from there to the unit. I got to expand the ribbon cables on it. And if it shows it's worthy enough, I'll spend $1,000 to put the M2 8 gigs on it, because it is worthy. It's a worthy system. It's the only system I want to dump that kind of money on. It is truly worthy, but to put it in that case, it's a prison for it. It's going to get out and expand it. So I'm like, oh, finally out of that tube. Oh man, thank you. Look at this case you got me in, man. This is insane, really? We got temperature control. I got liquid cooling system on it. Oh, you got to be kidding me. This is amazing. Oh, look what they did to my power supply. Intake, outtake fan, temperature control readout. Yeah, that thing's gonna be beast. I got an LCD little screen up here. Oh, that's projection. That's gonna look. Oh my! Look at my logo on here. I'm gonna make the PS. That thing can talk. We say like, thank you so much for purchasing me. You're welcome. Now I'm gonna send you over to my buddy June. He's gonna modify you and basically update all your firmware. He's gonna blank the box. Nicer way of putting it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it modified. Like I'm sending it over to a friend of mine. He's an expert in that field, so he's gonna basically put some special features on my system that no one else is gonna have. And I'm definitely gonna go through and build all that today, put that kind of money on it. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to a friend of mine. He's a programmer. He's gonna basically update everything. He's gonna make it a little special. I'm pretty sure anybody else who's got computer skills like that, you know exactly what you're going to do with that machine. Like, I'm going to shoot. You know what I can do with that? I don't have that skill level. I'm going to build it the other day. I do some programming, but not on that freaking level. I'm send it to a friend of mine. They're going to do it. But I know when I see my PS5 Pro built, I'm like, to do mine? I said, of course I will. Crazy. Now, for those who think, am I making fun of those who have the PS5? No. I feel sorry for you. You got burnt. These are the Pro system is for super fans. That's kind of messed up. Is anyone that bought, first of all, what the heck is a super fan? Anybody who bought the system is a fan. That means you chose the system over the other system. And you went by the Xbox. So you're a fan at the end of the day. Now we're putting basically levels on this thing. It's a level system now. So either you're a fan or you're a super fan. Super fan. Your category, your gamers. It was better when you had the whole war with the fanboys of the Xbox system versus the PlayStation, you know, back and forth, the specifications. Like, you actually added on a whole new area of what's the word for it? Let's just say another ego system in there. An ego system in there. Because everybody's going to brag about their parts. But like I said, you know, not to flap my chops about this all day long, but when I was on 360, you know, I got a 360, you got a 360, we got the same RAM, we got the same hard drive, we got the same thing. My system ain't no better than yours at the end of the day. That one is now. You should never do that. It was a bad idea. I do lobbies in there. I don't do lobbies on mine. I do lobbies in there. You're probably going to have lobby for PS5 Pros only. No. It's going to be interesting. It's like a battlefield. Your Xbox Warriors against the PlayStation. I mean, not the PlayStation, the PS5 Warriors. They're fighting back and forth. Then the pros come in, because they're much more advanced than you guys are. And they can easily take out both your systems at the same time. Now the pros think they've reigned supreme, because they got some PC parts in there. Until they bump into an elitist, one of us at the end of the day, and they get crushed, because yeah, we will get crushed. Nice system though, still gonna get one myself. I'm gonna get an Xbox too. I thought we were gonna update and get a new one, but it doesn't make a difference. I'm still gonna get one, because I want to turn it green. I want to turn everything in the PC case green. I'm gonna take it up in the PC case. I want it green. I want the whole matrices on there, because I love the green colors in there. I'm definitely get one of them. And I'm gonna get a GameCube. GameCube, or what do they call it? Nintendo Switch. Yeah, one of those. Sorry, I'm way off on that one. You gotta be crazy. Yeah. Remember I told you at the end of the day. I told you, Xbox fanboys, don't get mad. Xbox fanboys, that system would delete your stuff. You're not gonna stand up against that thing. Shoot. I look at this parts and I'm like, wow, this thing has a massive upgrade to this thing. It's unfreaking believable what they put in this thing. I don't know how the scalpers, they're probably waiting right now that we're going to be all over this thing at the end of the day. How are they going to keep them off of it? That's another issue, too. They're saying something about how you would have to sign into an account. Big deal. People have multiple accounts all the time. I had like 8 or 9 accounts when I was on 360. I had accounts all day long. So I don't know how they're going to get around that. So pretty much what it comes down to, and I already made this statement before that system, I guess it was about to launch, I didn't know too much about it, but before that thing popped up, and I told you before, if you want good parts, you're going to have to pay for them. That system's $700. What is the PS6 going to cost? I think roughly the PS6 will probably be roughly about $800 to $900. I'll tell you why. I'm going to put a bigger hard drive on it. The hard drives are very expensive, these machines. If you notice, they're able to really, they inched it on the hard drive. They give you 2 terabytes instead of giving you 4. The hard drive would have basically tilted that machine into a little bit more money. So the next system coming out is going to have a bigger hard drive on it. They're going to put it on there. You're going to get a little sticker shock off of it. I guarantee you. I guarantee you $800 to $900. Guarantee you $800 to $900. That's what they're going to cost. If you're going to pay $700 for one unit, and when you think about it, actually, tell you the truth, that's still cheap for $700. I'll tell you why. You remember what happened when the PS3 came out and had a Blu-ray on it? You remember how much money they wanted those things? It was like $800 to $900. They did that one already. So it's a good thing in a way. I'll tell you why. Because with the PS Pro being out, the price will drop for the PS5. That's what's going to happen. Interesting if they're still going to be supporting the PS4. Which is interesting. That system should have been obsolete a long time ago. It's 10 years old, like 11 years old. It should have been obsolete a long time ago. The fact it's still existing is really shocking. Well, I'm going to go back to my old PC and build me a case. Sorry, buy me a case, and then basically put together myself a nice PC with the Ice Boy. Look at this. Did you read the specifications on this monster? It is freaking insane on how much of a difference this is. It's not even a hiccup. This thing has, the other system has a Gen 2. This is a Zen 4. Do you have any idea how much of a massive difference that is? That's a huge, massive difference. You have 3.5 gigahertz. This thing has 4.32 gigahertz. Whew. I don't see why. AMD rating RDNA 2 36 CP, and this sucker has an AMD rating RDA 3 72. It's 36 to 72. Think about the jump in that. That is freaking crazy. Gee whiz Louise, man. You got 10.3 teraflops. This thing has somewhere 23 teraflops. Are you kidding me? Hardware ray tracers accelerated 2 times hardware ray accelerate. They literally built an entire new machine here. Your storage is around 825 gigabytes. Roughly, when the OS gets a hold of it, you have about 600 of that. And this thing has 1.65, so sorry, a terabyte and 65 something at the most, terabyte at the most. It has, quite frankly, it's 2 terabytes is what it has sitting on it. RAM on yours is 16. This is 20. 20 gigabytes. It has, let me see, so yeah, memory bandwidth. So you have 448 gigabytes of memory bandwidth, and it's at 780. And they built your whole system. There's a whole brand new system here. And somehow this thing has your power consumption at 350 watts to 340 watts, and this thing has some custom AI accelerator built onto it. It's like they put some kind of what they call capacitor or whatever thing is called from Back to the Future. But be careful about that. It may take plutonium rods. You be sitting there like you'll get your system, and it'll come with the hazmatics and the whole suit and all, and like warranty, like the side of you see this nuclear symbol. It's like, what the freak is that for? That's to remove when your plutonium rods actually start uranium rods start to dull out. And basically, indicator come on, you have to basically take them out, put a little container and seal it and everything. It'd be kind of funny. And it'll be systems of the future. They'll be running off nuclear energy. Like you literally have a little compartment in the back. You gotta put the whole hazmatic suit. I gotta go change out the batteries. Sort of put the whole hazmatic suit on and go in there and just pull this little lever out, and these little rods will come out. Remember on the Fifth Element, where they were changing the power cells on the Starship, they were using uranium to do it. And they would put it in the capsule and just shove it up in there. That's what you'll be doing to the systems now. It'd be that at the end of the day. You got to go on a contamination unit, go take off the suit and everything. Yeah. So we laughed about that. We literally laughed about that. We're actually playing the Xbox. We were laughing about the Xbox future systems having the capability to run off a nuclear power plant. Because the headache of the battery incidents. Remember when you had to keep loading batteries in the system, in the Xbox system, and your batteries were down? Like, hold on, gotta get batteries. And you run all over the house getting batteries. You grab batteries out of your remote control and keep gaming. Yeah, that nightmare. We're laughing about that, talking about the Xbox 360's new controller would take like 36 batteries. 36 D batteries. Controller would be heavy as I don't know what. Remember the power brick? It's funny because gamers will laugh about their own console systems. Like the power brick would be the size of a refrigerator. Take 9 years to freaking charge up. Or when the Xbox 60s were basically, technically, they said they were catching on fire when they're red ring and overheating. And people were laughing about that. You would get the Xbox 360. Remember, all playing on the Xbox 360 were Xbox 360 fanboys. And we're laughing about the system because the red rings and stuff. You gotta laugh about something. And we're talking about how the system basically would red ring so bad it was designed to burn your house down. The new Xbox 360 Inferno. A lot of you know, we're all in the room in there crying, playing Burnout Paradise. Because, my buddy was like, I'm back. And where'd you go? I said, my system burnt out. I said, again? Like, yeah, again, I bought a whole new one. Hope this one lasted a little longer. That's what was going on in the room. We were laughing about our systems burning out. So we were in there joking around one time. I said, man, I can imagine the Xbox 360 coming out with a bright red 360 with a freaking fire, they call it a fire truck light on a strobe light on the top of it called the Xbox 360 Inferno. It's designed to burn your house down. Comes with free fire extinguisher and smoke detectors. Oh man, we was in the room crying over that, laughing over that. And they said I can see that, like the commercial for Christmas time, kid would open up his gift, you know what I mean? They had the tree and everything, and oh my God, I got an Xbox 360 Inferno. And we're like, oh my God, I'm gonna plug it up. And he leaves it on, and the sucker just catches fire and curtains everything. Next thing you know, the whole entire downstairs is engulfed in flames, and you just wake up because the Xbox 360 smoke detectors would go off, and you just see the kids and the family just running down the hallway. And then you see in the background the glistening of the fire trucks back there putting out the fire. And the kid was like, what about Grandma? What about, it was in there crying, what about Grandma? I said, I'm sorry, son, Grandma's gone. And at the bottom it says, comes with refurbished Grandma. Always in there crying and laughing over that. But again, we have to laugh about something, you know what I mean? Everybody in that room has already experienced like 1 or 2 burnouts. I did. I burned down multiple burnouts on my system. As a matter of fact, I had a backup system for the system, just in case if that burned out, I had another one. It's almost like the thing like Tropical Thunder. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. I literally had a couple of 360s on hand just in case if one burned out. So I can take one and send it back to them to get fixed, and I got the other one here to play. Because I was in clan matches, so I had to be there every day for a clan match. I couldn't afford to miss a couple of days because I was losing my my rank on the leading dashboard. So I had to buy 2 of them systems. Oh man! And you got friends you don't see for the next 2 weeks. Say, what happened to you? I had to send my system in the coffin. That's where the coffin came from. The term coffin and gaming system came from with the Xbox 360s. That was the coffin. Your system burned out. You contact Microsoft, you give them the serial number on your box, they send you out this box that will come to you, you put your system in there, and then you send it off. And then 2 weeks later, maybe a month, if you're lucky, if you're not lucky, a month, you will get your system back, that's what they call the coffin, and you would get a free couple months of Xbox Live. That's what you get. They called it the coffin. That's where that term came from. So, if people sit there and say, well, you know, hey, look, PlayStations were bricking left and right. I mean, literally, I built enough bricks to build an entire neighborhood. But honestly, 360 went through this too, because the systems were burning out left and right. And I was in that fiasco, my systems were burning out. First burnout I had was Samurai Warrior. Never forget that date, man. Came in, hooked up the system, just got some food and everything. Went to play some Samurai Warrior, turned the system off, came back in the next day, put it on, doot, doot, doot. Red ring started ringing. I was like, oh, man. Yeah, red ring dummy. In the middle of the game, doot, doot. Somebody pop up, I'm like, what the frick, where'd he go? Red ring. That's a crazy. Oh, heck no. Is that in it? Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, I was about to say. I thought that sucker had a Radeon RX 7900. I was like, geesh. But it doesn't. To keep the cost low. I told you at the end of the day, if you want big boy parts, this thing would be super expensive, way expensive than this. But they got an RTX 7600. That still ain't nothing to joke about. That's actually really freaking good. No wonder it's a big difference. Gee whiz Louise. You have a PC. This is literally a PC. The other PS5 is definitely, it's a PC. You have PCs now. You have it. You don't have PCs. The only reason why you don't isn't feel PC because you're in a console case. If you stuck that system right now, take that system, stick it in a computer, right? A computer case, and I got something on my monitor over here. Oh, monitor with my case. Stick it in a PC, and you don't pay any more live subscription. And you can go in anytime you want into your box and take whatever you want. You got a PC. You have a PC, literally. Nobody in the world, the PC can sit there and have an argument with you and tell you don't have a PC. You literally have one. You have one. You have a PC. And don't stop calling it a console. It's not even a console anymore. It's PC. I'm not even going to refer to it anymore as a console because it's not. No, it isn't. You pay for a subscription. That's pretty much what makes it a console. Because you pay for a subscription and you can't interchange your parts. But you know, technically, you got a PC. That's what you have. But be prepared, people. That system with all these powerful parts in it, they put it inside of a small, tiny little box. That box is going to have problems. It's going to actually go reach the system left and right. It is. If they pop that thing, open it up, and it shows that base has the same system used to keep it cool, the same fan system. The only thing they put on it was that liquid metal. Liquid metal ain't gonna do jack when you got an M2 in there at the end of the day, basically overheat, because I'm sucker generate a ton of freaking heat. And ain't gonna be enough to keep that system cool. Not with those parts you have in there. No, 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 no. Rather than that, I should make the system worthy. We should make it worthy. Now, let me get back to me. I actually was gonna buy this thing too. Actually, I might put a GameCube in this. This would be cute to put a GameCube in there. A GameCube and, oh, that wouldn't be a bad idea to put the GameCube and the Nintendo Wii and the Switch in there all in one unit. Call it the Big Cube. It's the Big Cube. What's that? The Big Cube. Make it like a giant sugar cube. Or a giant pizza, a giant dice, something cool with it. Apple. I'm buying the Apple gaming PC. I would never game with it. It ain't gonna happen. But the fact that they have really one, it's history. It's a piece of history. Yeah, I'm getting that baby. It's a collector's. It's definitely gonna be a collector's. Have you seen like the games that they download? They show the updates for the glasses, and they show the games they have on there. Oh my goodness, who has that thing for gaming? You know, it's not gaming at the end of the day. It's an insult to gamers at the end of the day. That thing is embarrassing. There's like Wii U games on there. There's 30 Wii U games on that thing. Same thing like the Oculus, same thing. They have Wii U games on there too, like the little, you know, hit the ball and run and jump and whatever. I brought a lot. No, the Star Wars was actually pretty good. They had the Star Wars. I did the Star Wars, and I did what's the other one? It got me sick of a dog. Something Journey. The guy with the dinosaurs and stuff and everything. That Mr. Robinson or whatever. That got me sick. That made me sick every time you turn the phone. Throw up. The bar fight was fun. I have to give him that one. The bar fight was freaking beautiful. There's nothing more funny than being in a bar with a bunch of your friends and you smack somebody in the head with a stuffed moose. Freaking hilarious. Oh yeah, in summertime. No, I'm sorry. Summertime was for whatchamacallit. It's for the PlayStation. Yeah, it was for the PlayStation. Fishing game was pretty good. I did a lot of fishing with some friends. That's pretty good in VR. Mac's gonna have their own gaming system. Oh, I can't imagine what games are gonna support on Mac. Nerdy. I bet you guys are sitting there scratching your head. Everybody's scratching their head on that one. Console, PC, we're just sitting there going, like, what? You imagine everybody in the room arguing about which system is better, and Apple pops and everybody goes, what the freak are you doing in here? You're not a gaming system. We make games now. Oh, no, whatever. What the freak? Who brought in the freak show? People that are Apple users, at the end of the day, you know at the end of the day, you do not belong in that category. But if you guys are able to pull this off, it'd be quite impressive. Remember, keep in mind, when Microsoft came up, when Microsoft does make games at the end of the day, so not too far I say you have a game system, but Sony on the other hand, Sony's all entertainment, like, you know, back in the day with VCRs and TVs and all that stuff. They did some laptops and stuff back in the day, but they don't do gaming. And they came out and made it, so Apple might be able to do it. Even though parts are not compatible with Apple. So how would that even work? How would you upgrade it? None of the parts that we have today are compatible with only Apple's. What are you going to do? I mean, I don't know how that would even work. Because if you make an Apple gaming PC, what's going to make a console? If they're making a console. Yeah, because it can't be a gaming PC. There's no parts compatible with that thing. Yeah, because if you make an Apple compatible with PC parts, that won't even make it an Apple anymore. You would need our parts to survive. I got Apple people that have Apple. They love Apple. I get them all the time. Your system is horrible. I can't stand your phones. I can't stand going to the Apple store. I hate going to the Apple store. I don't even have lines. It's a bunch of people walking around with ties on talking about, hey, can I help you? You wait in line. I can mentally feel you. Oh, I'm not a big fan of Apple. Never was, never will be. No. I take it back. Apple, when it first came out, was on a floppy drive, and you played that whole game, or basically the whole survival game, like some kind of cowboy game. You know what I mean? You die from plagues and stuff like that. I played that when I was on a floppy disk when I was a kid, but that's as far as it gets. And I have people saying, "How dare you insult the Apple that way? The Apple's absolutely magnificent. It's cream of the crop." No, it's something, but it ain't the cream of the crop. Because one of the IT tech guys, he's a big Apple fan. I'm like, wasting your money. You're just wasting your money on that system. I can't wait. But I'm going to get one. I got to get one. It's going to be interesting. They had a gaming system a long time ago. They had a gaming system a long time ago called the Pippin. Yep, they had one a long time ago. It didn't do well at all. It did horrible. So let's see what happens. Maybe they come out with a nice system, you know. Maybe. I don't know. Might have a good one. I don't know. Well, look at this thing right here. Fans so separate. Fans are always so separate in the micro ATX ports. And we got a micro ATX. What's a micro ATX, man? I got a micro ATX. I think I'm doing this one. I did buy one of this as a micro ATX. But nah, if this is going for the Ice Boy needs to be an all-white one because we got to freeze this baby. Has to look, it's frosty. Extra frosty, people. Extra frosty. And we need this front to be, so we can put that screen, so it has to be open here. Extra frosty. And I got my bottles ready. Yeah, I got some bottles. And we're going to use, oh shoot. We're going to use this stuff called gelatin. It's like a gelatin kind of liquid. Bam, I'm going to put these inside our PC. Wait, where's my Snapple at? I got a Snapple one here too. Here we go. So what we're going to do is going to make the color of the drink in here, right? So it doesn't spill out. We're going to put a gelatin in here, or basically poo gel, and you got to get the clear kind, and it's going to turn it to a hard gel. That's what they're going to do. So it can't move, it can't spill out or anything. And then we're going to super glue these caps on so they don't go anywhere, and then we're going to basically frost these babies and make it look a little icy. We use clear caulking for that to make it give a kind of ice frost on it. And we're going to stick these over in the corners like this and this, and put some popsicles in it, some ice trays and ice cubes and stuff, and make it like the cake is, oh shoot, keyboard, and make it look like it's extra frosty in there. We have these cool looking popsicles we're going to put in there, ice cubes and stuff like that. But we got to find that case first, because it's in here. Oh, I remember I was going to do you one time. I still might. Look at that open case, man. Oh, I like that powder blue. That powder blue is sick. Now you can be the screen. This powder blue. It's extra minty. Extra minty. I can't wait till console gamers get to this level at the end of the day. It's going to be beautiful. It is going to be beautiful. There'll be no more talk about my system's better or this, that, and the other. We'll be there sharing all kinds of information, how to mod this, how to put this together, how to assemble that. We're going to ask questions and like, hey, how do you, oh, this is how you do it, because you become tech support. You literally have to become tech support. So how would they even work? How do they make money anymore with console? Because they treat you guys like a PC. You don't even pay for online subscription anymore. Can you imagine that? No online subscription, none of that. Just go in and just play. Man, I forgot about that. So when I had the PC built with the 2011 server board in it, the big boy, I used to go walk in the GameStop and say, console gamers, bow to your king. PC Master Race has entered. They all give me the middle finger. Even people I didn't know. It was just funny because I didn't care. It was just funny. They all give me the middle finger. People I didn't know. It was just hilarious. I got my PC built. Yeah, man. I was walking in there GameStop. I knew all the owners in GameStop, but customers I didn't know, they gave me the middle finger. I walked in there. It's a console gamers, bow to your king. PC master has entered the room. Yeah, they gave me the middle finger. Like, how dare you give me the middle finger? Do you have any idea the power I possess on my keyboard? Controller, ha ha ha, inaccurate. Keyboard and mouse, unfreaking believable true power. Man, then nobody took it seriously. We all joked around and laughed about it because I had consoles at home too. I had an Xbox 360 too. I was gaming off that too because I had a bigger family. I played in that on PC. That's why I was on console. So when everybody games, guys, I thought you was PC. I do both. Then I'd say that when I announced myself at the door. He was like, not really. I was like, okay, whatever. I do both. No joke, I do both of them. But anyway, this is hilarious. I had to look at the consoles in line, buying their games. Look at you buying your games, you little peasants. I can go home and download at will. Download here, power, download there, download. I've been there buying. I was talking all that trash. I was in the line to my, yeah, I need that so for the Xbox 360. As for my buddy be like, what system is it for? I said Xbox 360. He said, say it. What system is it for? I said, console. It's for console. He said, okay, just wanted to know. Then they're having a ball, people. And some people take it too far. Take it way too far. It gets so mad, so angry. It's just a game, people. At the end of the day, it's all about us playing and having fun. That's all it's about. Who cares? That's just trash talk. We all do it at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, it's all about gaming. Who cares? Whatever world you're in, whatever game you're playing, whatever fun you have, whatever adventure you're taking on, that's all that matters. That's what it all comes down to. Just having fun. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find what case I want. Maybe I have to go through just to figure out what case we want. This case I want is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It's the perfect size. It's perfect. Perfect. Tucker, can you say perfect? That's what we need. Running through the woods with the raccoon on your back. Do 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 do. You ever sit down and have a conversation with a hunter? Most funniest conversation you ever have in your entire life. He'll tell you stories that you didn't even know is even possible. Man, how the freak are you running through the woods with a raccoon on your back? He just happened to jump out on me. It's on my back. And of course, they can't shoot you because a raccoon is on your back. He's running around the woods frantically yelling. That man's gonna hold it like possums. Possums aren't vicious creatures. Everybody knows they're vicious. They're not vicious. Possums are pets. And they're not ugly looking too. They're kind of cute. We used to have a possum to come on the porch out of their feet. They used to eat the dog food, the cat food. I used to feed the cats. And the possum would be so much food left for the cats would just leave it there. And they didn't eat cats, they're finna eat here and there. And the possums would come up. Come up and eat. Taco used to sit there and look at him and roll over and look at it, roll over and look at it. He's just curious about it. Running through the woods with a raccoon on your back. They're not vicious creatures, that's all. They're territorial, that much, yeah. What's the name of this freaking case? I want to order this thing and be done already. And literally, I feel like I'm going through an index card at the library. You've gone through that one before? I used to hate the freaking index system. All them little cars staring you in the face, all the way from A to Z. And you're sitting there right there taking your fingers going da 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 da, like you're doing a walking man. Da da da. And God forbid it was always in the back and you had to pull that whole sucker. Yeah. The index cards are problem. That's what it was, man. You kids today when I was at the library, y'all just don't know, man. Y'all go into a computer system, doop doop doop, boom, pop up out of nowhere. Give you a little information on it. We lived in the era with index cards. Then you had to take your card and you had to go through a freaking mausoleum. It's like a mausoleum or catacombs or freaking bookcases. and the books were stacked real high. You had to climb up on that ladder system and look up underneath that little little plate they had up there telling you where the book was at. And you go through all that crap just to find out that someone never returned the book. Oh, man. Yeah, I remember going through all that, man, at the library. I don't think they have libraries in schools anymore. Do you have libraries anymore? I was going to have libraries in there. When I was going to school, we had art class, we had music class. We had music class with Mrs. Hodge. She couldn't sing for Jack, but she could play the piano. I don't even know how she got that job. But she couldn't sing. You hear that number? Sing with your diaphragm. Sing with your diaphragm. She couldn't sing for Jack, but she could play the piano like there was no tomorrow. So I guess that's why. She's a cool person too. Well, she probably passed on by now. I was a little kid when she was older. She was a woman when I was a kid. But anyway, yeah, we had art class. We had all that. We had cooking class. All that. You had metal shop. Well, we got metal shop when I got into high school. That's when we had metal shop. And we had you could take up electronics, which I was in, basically learning to use a soldering gun and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, you learn electricity, how to do electrician work. Oh my goodness, I had to pay my friend money just to plug stuff in, because I know I jacked it up with the negative and the positive somewhere in there. But yeah, I miss those classes, man. Art classes. You don't have kids have art class anymore? They cut that program, because the school just cut so many programs, man, for kids. It's not even funny, man. All the after school programs, and you wonder why they got nothing better to do and get in trouble. Of course, there's nothing freaking to do. I'll cut everything. Man, I don't know. It's a shame. It's like now, people are bragging about having a college degree. Back then, yeah, 1920s, 1930s, 1950s, and 60s, and 70s, people bragged about having a college degree. Now it's like, you in debt, ain't you? You got a college degree? Yeah, because, man, you were going to debt with one of them suckers now. You literally now, I remember at one point, you couldn't even get a job without a college degree. You had to have some kind of college degree to get a job. Now today, yeah, right. You can work anywhere you want without one. You don't even need one. They don't even want people that are qualified anymore. Well, you don't need it. Technically, to tell you the truth. Most places after COVID hit, they need people to work so bad they were like, I don't care what's on your resume. Okay, don't care. Go ahead, get an apron and get to work. That was it. They just needed people badly. And they still need people badly. People say there's no job. There's no job. You can literally quit your job and get a job the next day. Even that same day you can get a job. They're not picky no more like they used to be. They just want people there to work. That's it. And the reason why it's hard for them to get people into work, because there's so many jobs now that you can just quit one job and go to another. If I got a workforce working for me and say 4 of them quit the job, that's going to hurt my company at the end of the day, because I need those 4 people there to get things done, or my crew gets overworked. So I got to hire somebody. And at the end of the day, I'm not picky about it. I need somebody in there to get the job done, because if not, we lose money in the process. That's why they're desperate to get people in to work. Oh, this is on your resume? Yeah, here you go. That's it. Get the job. You can work from home now. My niece does that. She works from home. You know how she got her job? She filled out an application online. They sent her some kind of approval. She went through all that, the verification. She works from home. She makes $18 an hour. She works from home. She got a certain amount of time. She got to be on the chair with the microphone system. She does surveys. That's what she does. She gets $18 an hour to do that. Sit in a chair at home and just do surveys. That's it. And she gets paid for that. You know why surveys are important? Because now people are shopping more online, which I'm doing right now, than brick and mortar. They're shopping online more. So now they need people to do surveys, because usually when I buy stuff, I'm checking like how many people bought this, how many people like it, what went wrong with it, so and so and so. I need that information when I go shopping. So now that means, since I need that information, that gives somebody a job to sit home and just chill and just do that. Go, okay, I bought this, I like this, so and so and so. Here's my survey on that. That's what that comes down to. So it ain't hard to get a job now. It is. It ain't hard. It ain't hard to work from home. Gee, look at that PC right there. That's $1,000 for that unit. It ain't hard to get a job now, it really isn't. So basically, yeah, if I got 4 people or 5 people working for me or 10 people working for me, and 4 of those people leave, and if they run machinery that I need at the end of the day, who am I going to get to go in and fill up the spot to get them in there? On top of that, I got to get somebody in to retrain them all over again to learn how to work that piece of equipment at the end of the day. So I got to get somebody in there. I don't have time to be waiting 2 or 3 days for us to send an application back and all that nonsense. No, we need you here to work today, right now. How soon can you start? I can start right now. Hey, fine. Go ahead, suit up. That's it. I'll pay you for your time while you're here, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's why people need jobs really bad. The demand now on online orders, people now are ordering more online than they're ordering basically going to the store and shop. And the demand is going through the roof. So now, yeah, they need people in there to get the process, the orders to get that done. I'll never forget when I was at COVID was in, I remember basically the post office and FedEx, guy came to drop my stuff off, gave me an application. He said, you can get a job right now. Amazon need people so bad, they will hire you right there on the spot. My sister works at a job. They pay starting pay is $16 an hour. I forgot what company she works at, but that starting pay is 16. I mean, she does maybe, I think she's doing like $40 an hour. She make good money, serious money. She makes $40 an hour. They will hire you on the spot. I got 4 people jobs here. So there's one woman was working over at Cricket. She was unhappy with it. I said, look, I can get you a job the same day. All you got to do is go down and apply. That's what she did. She went down and applied. They hire everybody. Everybody they hire. You go in, it's for dental, it's for insurance, it's vacation, the whole 9 yards. They give you little perks here and there for discounts, this, that, and the other. They hook them up. It's a big company. I can't name the company's name right here on YouTube, but it's a big company that's involved. So long story short, she needed a job. She wanted more money. And I talked to my family on the other end and said, hey, look, because she got heavy ties on her. She'd been there for years. And she was like, just tell her to give her my name. That's all you got to do. So I went down and said, look, just what you got to say her name. And everybody knows her over there. And they'll get you in. And she already started working. She's been working. She left Cricket 4 days ago. That's it. So now she's making more money. They need people to work. People quit them jobs, and then somebody quits the job. I'm like, oh, shoot, we got to open, and we need to get somebody in here right away. So, yeah, if I'm running a company, and I got a crew in there, and they're boxing and packaging things up, and somebody quits, we got to bring in an agency or somebody to come in there and work that shift, because, again, we need people in there. I couldn't care less whether you're graduated or not at the end of the day. As long as you ain't commit no crimes, you didn't kill anybody, nothing crazy at the end of the day. But other than that, you know, we need people to work. Or I don't care. Can you operate that machine over there? If they can train you to operate the machine, you can run it, you got a job. That's it. That's how desperate you need people. Got a license, you can drive? All right, go to this little training class, get your little certification, bam, you're in. That's it. That's how badly they need people. They'll hire you at the post office. I remember getting a job at the post office was actually difficult. Either you had to know somebody to get into the post office, or you had to be picked out of some kind of survey and then go through this whole process and then go in and fill out these forms and then you go through the test. No, they need people in there quick. Like I said, remember COVID? Remember they was hiring school teachers? These people weren't even teachers at the end of the day. They just need people in there to teach the kids. You're a painter? You know how to read a book, right? You can read, write, and all that? Yeah, okay, you're hired. Without even having a degree. Now, other things, you're going to have a degree, like doctors, lawyers, stuff like that. But some things you're not going to need it. Oh, see, this will make a great PC for the ladies. We'll hook the sucker up, too. Maybe put the Sugar Plum Fairy in the sucker right here. So wait, I ain't gonna get my fans with it. Then we gotta buy some fans. But yeah, they need people right away. So yeah, you can get a job just like that. I remember pounding the pavement in the 80s. I walked up and down the streets all day long, every day for a whole summer looking to get a job, and no place was hiring at all. Today, I'm gonna walk in the place, gonna fill out an application, get hired. As a matter of fact, yeah, when I was down here, my sister was like, "Well, you wanna get a job? I can get you a high position and anything, anything you want. I got props down there." And I was like, "No, I'm good." I said, "But thank you. I don't care. What do you need to work a job for? I'm good. I make good money. At the end of the day, I gotta do this. I can't be working on a job. You know how much demanding this job is at the end of the day? I gotta be in and out of the post office. I gotta be here, got there, got test stuff, got customers calling in. I don't have time to. I can't work a regular job. It's impossible. It's virtually impossible. But I decided if I don't do this anymore, oh yeah, I can get a job making $16 an hour. Let me see. Calculator. Got a calculator on us. Oh, over here. It ain't bad at the end of the day. That's still good money at the end of the day, but it's yeah, it's different for me because if it's $16 an hour in an hour's time, I can make $400 or $500. Yeah, but it's still, you don't really add it up. Ain't no money to laugh at the end of the day. Ain't none of that. It's still money at the end of the day. It's still bread on the table. That's what it is. Still bread on the table. But if I'm calculating what my lifestyle is, what the heck is going on with that PC? Why is there plants in it? If I'm adding up to what my timeline is and what I get paid, oh, that's on the glass. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, let's see. I don't so much. But anyway, yeah, if I calculate to my time, I'm used to getting paid a little different. I'm used to paying a little different. I'm used to having more freedom too, a lot more freedom to really do what I want to do. Like right now, if I want to stop and just go over to the park, sit down, stare at the grass, get something to eat, I ain't got no supervisors, no bosses, no one tell me no one can fire me, nothing. I like to have that kind of control. I worked at plenty of jobs where I had nasty bosses I had to deal with. People that were disrespectful and nasty. Look at me like, treat me any way you want because you think I need the job at the end of the day. I ain't got to deal with that no more. That's why when I deal with people who want to get nasty and smart with me in the business, like customers, I get some customers that want to be rude and nasty to me. And they think because you throw me some bones at the end of the day, I want to jump for it. No, you got the wrong person at the end of the day, and keep your bones. And kick rocks, go. But I know it's waiting for you. Because our technology can knock out every screen we try. We just did which one? Daylight screens? So yeah, our stuff is no joke at the end of the day. Where are you gonna go? We tested everything. I can retest everything all over again, and still we'll come out on top every single time. So where are you going to go at the end of the day? You can't get a better screen than our technology. Go ahead, knock yourself out. I give you the challenge. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Find a screen better than mine. You can't. That's why I don't mind giving you back your money. Go ahead, take your money. Bye. I know what's waiting for you. You're going to mess around and get 50%, maybe lower than your projector. Still stuck in a dark environment, screens washing out, colors don't pull out. I know. Can't take it outside. I can't do none of that. Because the screens they designed today aren't for that. They're strictly, ooh, what the heck are you? Oh, so you're in a computer gaming case. Oh, I'm going to have to do one of these right here. That would be nice for, what's this one we put in this? This is nice. I'm going to throw a piece in there. Look at a gaming case. Like they made like a gaming case. That's pretty sick. Okay, looking at that. But I mean, yeah, you're going to be disrespectful, but you get people like that. They get nasty, disrespectful with you. And if you've done customer service, you know what I'm talking about. But they get nasty and disrespect you, and then you're supposed to take that nonsense. Now, yeah, if you work in you got a boss and you work at a company at the end of the day, you know what I mean? They know you got to answer to your boss. Because you're cool with your boss, but they know you got to answer to your boss. If they're going to treat you any way you want, well, you know, newsflash, I am the boss. And yeah. So all that other nonsense, talking trash, want to treat people any way they want to, and cut them and carry them, go kick rocks. I don't care. Oh, I had so many people tell me, oh, without me, your business, my business won't what? Oh, you're going to flourish? We serve God at the end of the day. What are you talking about? Are you God at the end of the day? Are you not God? Okay, then bye. going to try to tell me without your business, our business won't run. No, buddy, I'm sorry. You got it mixed up. And another guy told me he's an executive for Google. All right, good for you. Good job. Congratulations. Oh, you don't understand. Yeah, because you want me to kiss down and kiss your feet. Oh, because you work for Google. Almighty you, at the end of the day, you're going to basically, without you, my company won't exist. I will serve God at the end of the day. Don't serve your money. You gotta be careful about that, people. When you run in a business, don't be chasing after money. You chase after money, you become a slave at the end of the day. You become a slave of your own company. People will literally jump through hoops, do all kinds of dumb stuff just to get the approval of other companies so they can get to that A to B. And you're really not a man of, what they call it, the king of your castle. You're not the king of your castle. You have become the servant of the castle. That's what you become. That's why when you test your products, make sure your products work 100%. You can back behind it 100%. You can make a stand like that and say, you know what, hey, bye. Because you know what's waiting for them. When we develop and engineer so much technology so fast, we don't need them at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? Like the certifieds. Any one of them certified companies came up to me and said, hey, look, at the end of the day, without us, without what? Without what? I can develop technology in 20 minutes and wipe your entire product line with no problem whatsoever. What do you mean? What are you talking about? We don't need you. You need us. We can engineer different types of technology. Whatever screen you engineer, I bet you we can beat it. You do acoustic, we can take that out. Rear projection, we can also take that out. Go outside, we got that too. Engineer gaming technology, we can take that also too. We can do it on projectors far less, much more affordable, fully lit environments, and all our stuff is tested. We got a guarantee that you can't even match at the end of the day. Please. That's why we don't fear certified screens at all, period. Now, I'll say the technology is good. It is. They make good technology. I've tested your stuff. I like your stuff. It's good. But to think at the end of the day, we need you in order to flourish, no. But they better hope that I never end up in one of those trade shows, which I will end up in a trade show. We pop up at a trade show, any of this high-tech technology we're working on, and it's lights out. I guarantee you, I bet you this. I bet you, I'll tell you right now. Any trade show we pop up in, they're not going to be there. I guarantee you. Ooh, sausage and eggs. I have companies threaten me like that. Tell me without them. I have customers threaten me like that. I'm heavy connection. I got a lot of ties in the business world. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what ties you got in the business world. You got more than God? You can beat God to this, what you're saying? You're more powerful than God? You don't want to talk about that. Because I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to a demon at the end of the day, having that conversation with me. I can recognize, I can see who you are. I'll never forget, there's this guy, he's a Muslim dude. He wasn't practicing his religion right, he wasn't. I know Muslims at the end of the day, I got friends that are Muslims. And he wasn't doing things that were right, he was doing corrupt things he shouldn't have been doing. And you know he shouldn't have been doing that. Andrew walked up to me and got nasty in my face, like I didn't even know him. I think it's the people next door. I told you about the people. That woman I helped, she passed away in the house and she died. Her family couldn't give jack about that woman at all, period. But she died in the house by herself. But anyway, he called herself being a friend of hers. And she spread a lot of lies about me. Came walking up to me and talking about, brother man, I don't know who you are at the end of the day, but you understand, I got 35 years worth of ties up in this neighborhood. I said, good, you got that at the end of the day. Because I got 38 years with God. He didn't even know how to come back from that. Because I know what I was having a conversation with. You being a Muslim man, you be a man of peace, a man of God, and you're going to come to me like that? How you going to come back after that? See, the devil will get in your ear that quick and say, don't let him talk to you like that. Threaten his life. I say I had threatened his life at the end of the day. This guy got heavy ties at the end of the day. I entertained the devil at the end of the day. That's what I did. You send somebody out to probably hurt me or kill me or something today because I basically brought that on. Instead of sitting there saying something like that, I sat there and said, I got 38 years with God because I'm a Christian man at the end of the day. He ain't got no way to come back from that. You're supposed to be a man of God yourself. And made him rethink his whole position. He turned around, he left, he walked away, he didn't say a word to me. That was in there. That was the last I ever saw him. Gee whiz, look at the side of that case. What the heck? Like a part of the Batmobile. No, it does. Like a part of the Batmobile. Alfred, have you seen my lunchbox from the Batmobile? That thing was huge. Wow, $300. It's a $300 case. Oh, I bet you I'll go on my joint, dig it up in the popper like, there it is. I got it on my wish list. Can't find this thing. It's probably sitting on my wish list. All right, I'm gonna go on my wish list. It's on my phone. Go order it. Get it over here. I'll show you the pictures up when we get it. It looks like, I like it. It's a nice size. It'll fit my new case and everything. Let's go back to the very beginning of one. At least we know they got a ton of cases in here, right? It's a nice little case. I like it. It's got that front glass. I'm gonna need to do that display on. Like this. It's more like this. There's a little tiny fan. I'm also order the fans for it too. I like how they're doing the fans now. They're doing the fans for like you get like 4 fans or 3 fans for like $10 and $9. I like that. Before it used to be like individual. You buy fans like 14, 15, or $20. $20 a fan. Ooh, I think this is it. But I have one. It was in white. Yay! I'm happy. This is it. It's my little baby boy. Yeah, my little baby boy. Yeah, this is it right here. Come right past you. Hey, little baby boy. Look at how tiny it is. It's so tiny. It's so cute. A little freezer box. Wait a minute. Some microwave text. This thing's a little small on this. Let me have a little bigger. Oh, it's a mini tower. No, it's not it. It looks just like that. But it's not a mini tower. Oh man. Whoa, 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 hold on, wait a minute. Here we go. Found it. This is it right here. Yeah, this is it. This is the one I'm gonna turn into a little freezer box right here. Look at that. That's what I'm gonna turn into a freezer box. And it's got the glass in the front. Let me see. Yep, it's got that glass in the front. So I'm gonna put my projector right here, and boom. I don't need a fan there. That's not even needed there. Not needed there at all. My graphic card's not going to take all that because the graphic cards I have in here, well, I'm probably going to upgrade to the 1650s. I'm going to put those in there. This is an arcade machine. Yep. We won't have this sticking out because we're running a liquid cooling system, so we won't have it in there either. Oh, look at you. It's cute. Oh. And it's like a micro ATX, which we have a smaller than that. We have an ITX case motherboard. Yes. Oh, pretty soon. This case will be in there. Look at my boy down there. My boy down there is all in pieces. You know what I mean? He did a good job. You're in pieces. I got you. I'm about to hook you up. Get your liquid cooling system. It's 19% off. It's on sale. Too on top of that. Let's look at the video of this thing. I don't know, wires in the back. Look at this. See, it's got the little, little grid to it. I'm so happy. I'm in love with it. Yes, I do. I love it so much. Look at that white. It's gorgeous. It reminds me of Jonah. If you ever seen Beach Street, it's so white, so clean. We gotta do it. An all-white train? Oh, come on. You know that's a setup. You mean to tell me at that particular time in the 80s, when they were freaking tagging everything under the sun, you see a white train pop up out of the yard, out of nowhere? Man, that train is going to be covered in cameras and cops. And it was. It was a setup train. But you should have saw that coming because they knew they couldn't resist it. That's why they bone white on that train. They knew they couldn't resist it. You gotta do it. Yep. They knew it. Every tagger on the face of the planet. This was riding that train around so everybody can see it. Every tagger on the rest of the planet was seeing that train like, oh my goodness, all white train? We gotta do this. They're just waiting for them. The guy got electrocuted, but that guy called Spit. That guy called Spit couldn't do tags, so he hated on everybody else's tag and just wrote over the tag Spit on it. I already had Puerto Rican friends that did that too. They put tags up. I told you about that one friend we hung upside down over the bridge because he wanted to write his tag upside down over the bridge. And I don't know why he trusted us. We met in detention. That was a crazy day too. It's funny how you meet people and one thing leads to another. Met him in detention because I was in detention. I don't know what I did. I did something stupid, but I was in there and he was writing upside down. And I was asking like, why are you writing it upside down? He said, because I want to put my tag on this bridge. He said, but I got to find somebody I can trust to basically hang me over the bridge. We had him by his ankles while he was tagging the bridge. And me and him got to talking there, got to joking and laughing. He said, hey, I said, maybe I can help you out with your problem. I can get my buddy, G Black, he's a big black guy. I said, maybe we'll hold you up under the bridge. He gotta trust us to hold him over a bridge upside down while he puts a tag across a bridge. Now I know we might drop him or something, but yeah, we hung him over the bridge. He put his tag up. We slowly inched over. As he's inched over, he's putting the tag in, and we pulled him up. He came down the bridge and looked at it. It was a beautiful design. Mine at the time I was a kid. Okay, I didn't know about vandalism. I knew about vandalism, but I was a kid. But anyway, and we looked at it and everything. So we wanted to go get something with the White Castle. Everybody's at White Castle with the Beachy Boys. Went to White Castle. Was chilling over there, and we got to talking about the Roxy, and I was like, yeah, man. Trying to get in that place for the longest time, but the lines are so long and the bouncer won't even let us in. And that guy was, he trying to get in the rocks? I was like, yeah, because I thought he was going to say he was trying to get in there too. He said, man, my freaking brother works there. He's a bouncer. And I was like, what are the odds of us bumping into a guy who has a brother who was a bouncer at the Roxy? Can you believe that freaking luck at the end of the day? Man. So yeah, we all got suited up. I contacted two of my other boys they was trying to get into, and we all went to the Roxy. Never forget it. Met up with him. He was down there and came in and walked up past everybody in line. Everybody stood in line. We walked past everybody in line, and his brother was there on that night. And he sat there and just opened up that rope. We went in. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe we got in because, again, even if you was in line, you had to know somebody to get in there, or be a local or somebody you used to seeing all the time to be in there. Well, yeah, the high rollers just walked up the side of the line and walked right in because they knew people. They were the high rollers. But yeah, he walked right on in. Never forget that. Man, that was a crazy Saturday night, man. I think every night in the 80s was a crazy Saturday night. Every freaking night was a crazy night. Can't tell you about half the stuff we did, man, but we had a ball, man. We had a ball. Yeah, man. That's like studio. I wasn't around at that time. I was probably born, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't old enough for that one. Was Studio 57? Let me see. Studio 57 in New York City. The nightclub Studio 57. We older now than I remember that. Yeah, it's older. It's an old club back in Nico, Studio 57. I don't know if I got it right or not. I don't know. I had friends in New York City. I was like, hey, remember some clubs they had back in Nico, Studio or something? They'll tell me what it is. I'm pretty sure I'm way off on that one. Let's see, real quick. Club in the 1970s called Studio 57? Could be off. Early 80s, 1970. Nightclub performance space in New York City East. In the Village, 1970, 1980s. I think I was right on that. Yeah, I was right. It was Studio. No, Studio 54. That's what it was. And it was up there somewhere along the line. Let me see. Nightclub, Studio 54. Yep, that's it. Studio 54. I was my brothers and them were older. I was young boy. Young boy. Studio 54. All the big stars are there. Michael Jackson, all of them big stars and stuff that went on Studio 4. Everybody was there back in the day in New York City. There's some crazy stuff that went on in Studio 54. Some really crazy stuff. You ever watched the movie on Studio 54? It was insane, the stuff that went on there. There was this grandmother. She was in there, like, she used to go in there and party. She had two different lives. So she was a church woman, and she went to the church and did all this stuff, you know, bake-offs and all that stuff, you know, with the grandkids and everything. And at night, she was into these wild parties at this place at Studio 54. And she was into drugs and all this other crazy stuff, and she took something in the bathroom, and she had a heart attack. She was dying right there, and she's with this big guy. It was a boyfriend. This one was old. She was like somewhere like I'd say maybe early 70s, in there partying and carrying on. And she told the guy, she knew she was gonna die. She told him to pick her body up and put her in the alleyway, make it look like she was mugged, because she didn't want her family. And she didn't want to be anywhere near the studio was going on. Get in the car and take her body and put it someplace else, because she didn't want her family to know about her second life that she was living. I thought that was the saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, you know? You know, the crazy thing about it is when you look at that, like I said, through spiritual eyes, that woman's going to go to another place. A worse place than that. Like I said, another place, a worse place than that. But I thought that was just a shame. She lived that second life, and she told that man to pick up her body and put it someplace else, because she didn't want her family and friends to know that she lived that second life. Yep. There's a lot of these parties that went on. A lot of these big stars were there. Look, Aerosmith. This place was known for it. Look up the history on Studio 54. It's interesting. A lot of these stars were there back in the day. They're all there. Back in the day. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you people go. I'm pretty sure you got things to do. I'm gonna go order this case and get ready to get my PC below ready to go, so I can come out of that one and get back up here so I can show it off. And yeah, we're gonna get some popsicles, fake popsicles, toy popsicles and stuff. It's gonna look pretty good, like it's actually on ice. Whew, man. I tell you, this PS5 Pro is going to be exciting. It is. It's going to be exciting to see what it does. As far as I'm concerned right now, it is most powerful. Consoles, it is the most powerful console right now. It really is. It is the most powerful console. It can clearly state that with no problem. Anyway, hope y'all have a good one. I gotta go and get this parts in here and get this thing done. And oh yeah, I ordered the rest of the stuff for the this. So yeah, we got the rest of the stuff coming in to finish this off, with some of it to finish it off, and we're gonna dress this up to make it look real nice. The robots are coming. The robots are coming. So you gotta come in to basically finish up the work on here. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for your time. Be safe out there, and God bless.